next time.
It's hard to get up in front of people.
It is. I mean, it is. Like I DJ, so it's I can only tell how hard is it just you and the mic, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because in the DJ, you got the music, you got sound effects, you got stuff, you know.
Different ways to entertain people. With comedy, it's like, entertain me.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm listening.
Yeah, make me laugh. All right, I'm going to get this camera rolling. My kids go pretty much everywhere with me. My other two are at football practice right now with my wife, and she's here with me. She's like, I'd rather skip football practice.
Yeah. I remember I had to do a change on that. Where like I used to, when I started DJing, I don't know if are we recording?
It is rolling, but
okay.
It's fine. You can go ahead.
Okay, no, because when I started with people drinking and smoking and all that stuff. And at that time when I was single, I was like, yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah.
But now that I have a family, my daughter is like, damn, it's kind of weird bringing them around like that. So
yeah,
I had to kind of start from scratch, and just start from by myself and just bring in my family and network from there.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Especially the fact that you were aware enough to say, all right, this doesn't really work with my lifestyle no more.
Yeah, exactly. So, no more. Because at the time, I think there's going to be a time and period later on that I can't bring my family no more because that's going to be long. No. And then hopefully once I pass that, I can bring them along because now I'm good.
Now you're in control of these things.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And we are back with another episode of the Dope Individuals Only podcast. I'm Erik the host, and I'm up here with another dope individual. Please introduce yourself.
What's up? What's up? DJ Latino de este lado. How are you doing?
Hey.
There he goes. I should have done that.
Yeah, we got him in the building, man. Hey, I want to thank you for coming up here, being part of the show, being part of the community, man. Making time for this. For real.
No, thank you for having me and having the time, and out here and, to see what this thing's about.
Yo, this is what it's all about, because you're also a podcaster. So
yeah,
I love being able to do this. I love being able to give other podcasters the opportunity to be the guests for once. And I also like to go on other people's too, like to be on the other side of it. It's a different experience.
I know what you mean, because sometimes when I'm doing a podcast or I'm interviewing people, the little thing that I have to keep in mind is like, it's not about me. It's not about me. So it's like, don't talk about me so much, which sometimes it is, because some people want to hear about it. But on my platform is like, I'm opening up my platform for other people.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the same thing on here, which is like, I have that same problem where it's like, I got a really good question right now, but I don't want to, or I got a story to go along with this, but I don't want to cut them off or anything. So there is like a kind of like a reminder that you always got to be like, it's not about me. Yeah. This is for them today, and I'll figure out some other time to talk about my own stuff.
Yeah, but I usually have a notepad when I'm doing that, but today I kind of forgot. I
But you bought questions?
No. Well, no. Sometimes when I'm like, you're talking or I'm talking, I don't want to interrupt, and we're like, all right, I write it down, and like after we have a little break in there, I can ask.
I thought about doing that, but like, I try to make this show as organic as possible. Where it's like, not to say that's not organic, but as in like, if I don't remember, I guess it wasn't that important. Like kind of one of those things. But that's not a bad idea, because I flirted with it. How do you like it?
I like it because for the editing, it's better. Okay. I edited all my stuff, so it's not like me trying to, oh, damn, I should have let him finish talking and I cut him off. And then it's like I have that pause. It's like, all right, cool. Now I can ask a question without being the cut him off or anything.
That's what's up. So wait, you edit, you shoot it by yourself?
Shoot it.
You do the audio and you edit it as well.
Yeah.
It's a full-time fucking job, right?
Yeah, it is, bro.
I do the same thing. I don't think people really realize the amount of work that goes into this. They think like it's just turn on the camera and
No, and it's like you got 2 lights there, and I mean they can't see them.
Yeah.
But it's like you got to get the nice light in, and now you have all this. It's like, it's a work and a half.
Yeah.
Especially now I got a hang of it, the hang of it, where I'll edit some videos and then I'll save them and then I'll start with the other one.
Okay.
But not upload them. I have like a thing. It depends. I'm still kind of figuring all that thing out. Yeah.
You always like just fine tuning like the process. Like you realize something's a little bit easier, but then on this side you're like, I like this one better.
It's all trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error.
Yeah.
So how'd you get into the podcast game? Because you're a DJ first,
Okay.
and then you started a podcast called DJ Latino's podcast.
Latino's
correct?
podcast. Yeah.
Okay. So how did this happen?
I wanted to say stuff. Like I wanted to take.
You wanted to talk your shit.
And the same thing. I wanted to get content and get contention from other people and other sources of not DJing, but
Okay.
another. How do you call that?
Is it like musicians wise, like in the music game, or are you just talking about like just giving people a platform kind of thing?
I started with musicians.
Okay.
But then a friend asked me his business to come over and like do a little podcast, a little blog, and interview him. And
Yeah.
and it's like a 30-minute video, but it's there. It's on Facebook. And then I just kind of rolled with that. I was like, yo, I kind of like this, and I'm making a platform, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna get more people, and they're gonna find out, oh shit, he has a podcast and he's a DJ. So it's
Yeah.
like you get fans from all over, and I feel like that's
all
one
the
way
bases.
to get a network out there.
Yeah, for sure. That's dope. So where'd you get the idea for the concept though? Like, did it start out as just musicians? I know you're saying that he asked you like, he's a small business owner and you helped him out in that area. I did a little vlog. But so unprofessional of me. I'm sorry. So yeah, I lost my train of thought.
Talking about how did I start?
Yes. So the concept of your show,
Okay.
was it supposed to only be musicians, or was it that opportunity that you did that vlog with your friend, where you realized you can get into more avenues, you can broaden your base?
Well, I actually started with a Friends Collective.
Okay.
With the whole, we were trying to get people to know us and everything. It's like, let's just do like an interview. Well, I guess one of the first ones was with Rivers. Shout out Rivers.
Shout out. That's the one y'all were talking about. He was like, he has no emotion.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he's actually the funniest one in the group. He just got to warm up. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if have you ever heard of Ralph Barbosa?
Ralph Barbosa?
Yeah, he's a
No.
stand-up comedian. Like he's been out there. He's just getting started, but he
Okay.
reminds me.
Shout
of
out to
him.
Ralph.
He reminds me of him. He's like, he's so serious, but he's funny. Like his punchlines are just serious, and it's like, yo.
I realize some of the funniest people are people that are dead ass serious. Like to us, it's funny, but to them, they're they're not joking around. They're being authentic in this moment. Is that like kind of where his comedy comes from, or why he's funny?
I don't know, but what I studied comedy, like I told you, that's one of my bucket lists to like do the stand-up comedy.
We're gonna give you your platform today.
No, not today, bro.
Don't worry, it's pre-recorded. If you really don't like
right.
it, we can cut it out.
I can do it probably like in Spanish. But yeah, I study and I feel like delivering a punchline with a serious face, and I like, and then he said, chicken. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, okay.
Yeah, and it's like you maybe they're annoying of the laugh, because when I told you I edit my stuff, and I usually listen to myself and like, damn, I laugh too much, or I'm saying the things 2 times.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, it's just weird.
I get what you're saying. I used to say, you feel me a lot, or I'd be like, no, nah mean. And I remember one of my friends, we were kind of watching the episode together, and he was like, just watch how many times you say nah mean. And I was like, nah mean. And it was like, he counted like in like a span of like a minute, and I probably said it like 12 times. I was like, wow.
You should have made a clip out of that.
Yeah, right. Nah mean. How many times does Erik say it? It was one of those. You spoke of Friends Collective.
Yeah.
I see these guys all over your platform. What's that? What is Friends Collective? What's it about? What's the mission?
There's just I like to describe it the way Yokosuja. He says we're just a bunch of hooligans of artists,
A bunch of hooligans.
a bunch of artists, the hooligans, and we just come together and create.
It sounds very freeing.
It is.
does.
It is because within the collective, there has to be like maybe 8 people, and then there's like producers, singers, rappers.
Oh damn, you guys got a whole movement.
Yeah, and then
that's fire.
Obviously the DJ. We got videographers, photographers, and from that, it's like, yo, we got numbers. Let's just make a podcast and our platform and bring people to us. Make us, the people to go to.
Yeah.
So it's like, because we have everything.
That's dope. How do you find people that buy in? Because that's probably the hardest part. Everybody wants to be the guy. People like to be the center of attention, the main artist. It's very hard to get creative artists and get them to kind of play a role. So how the hell did you make that happen with 8 people? You know what I mean? Like,
bro, it's not easy, and then I'm struggling, and it's like, first of all, it's not me. It's shout out Salas Hector.
Shout out.
Yo, he's the one who came up with this. Like his concept was like, I got a bunch of friends and let's get together, and yeah. And he was like, I got a friend who sings, and he's like, when you rap, let's get together, make some music. And it started like that. And then I think, what was it, last year? They did a show at the skate park.
Okay.
And that's where I started, and I got invited, and that was my first interview with them. That's how I started. That's the whole podcast thing. Because that's they invited me over, and I just went over and interview a bunch of people, the artists that was there. And that's how I started. And I started hanging around with them, and I was like, yo, I kind of like your vibe. And I had connections. I know I got equipment. I got stuff to throw a show. It's like, they throw a show. Like, let's make a show. Let's
do this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. Because that's hard to do.
It is.
And it sounds like you guys kind of got in each other's space and felt the energy. You guys are feeding off of each other, and you realize you guys could have something if everybody starts rowing in the same direction.
Yeah.
That's fire. Oh man. So what so what's your role in it? I know you're the DJ. Do you handle like mixing, mastering, and things like that? Or
at this point of producing and stuff or mixing, like I'm not involved in anything. I want to be involved, but they're teaching me. They're young, and
that was the other thing. I was gonna say they look younger, like they're teenagers or early young adults.
They're all above 21.
21,
yeah,
okay.
And now they're all 20.
They look young as hell. Yeah. They look young. They don't got no facial hair. That's what it is.
They are young, but they're smart, and they got a lot of. They're hungry.
They seem driven. They seem like it, and that's dope. That because it's very hard to find older people that fuck with the younger generation of artists. Hard. It is, because the sound is different. Like we were sitting here talking boom bap. Yeah. You don't really find a lot of artists that make boom bap music today. You know what I mean? But you found a bunch of young, hungry kids that
like that shit.
Yeah, they like that shit. That's dope.
Yeah, and I mean not that only they like that, but they're about like the hype shit. Like they got some drills. They got some like real like the new 808s type beats. But they're in there, and the people that do the boom bap are learning how to do beats on like other beat, and then vice versa. And I like that. And we all working, and I come in with my experience, and I guess giving them a little bit of the game, not only music but life.
Yeah.
Because
that's
the oldest. I'm the oldest one.
you need the guide.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful part about having like an OG that hangs around. You back in the day, it was a little bit different. They were like actual gangsters and stuff like that. Yeah. But they always had somebody that could teach them how to move in certain spaces. And you seem to be that guy with the experience and the longevity in the hip hop music scene.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying, and like I told you, it's all try and error, and this is a new.
You're not
journey
trying,
for me.
bro. You're doing.
This is a new journey for me because I started with the Spanish music. I listened to hip hop, but it was like I wasn't playing the hip hop. Then I was like, all right, I can definitely mix this. I can do this. I met them, and I was like, yeah, this is it. Like this is where I always was listening to.
Music is music.
Yeah,
music is music. The language might change, but like the love of music doesn't. I don't think it really changes.
Vibrations, bro.
Yeah, there's vibrations. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When the music's good, the music's good. You know? I do want to talk about how you got into music.
Okay.
Okay, so where does this love of music and DJing come from?
Music, I think it comes from my parents. They
Cleaning on Sunday or something.
Yeah, that, and they used to just go buy buy music CDs, $15 CDs each week. They used to go cash a check.
I used to have that big book full of CDs.
Yeah, I still have 3 of them.
Oh
Three
my
of them, like
God.
144 of them.
Oh my
Each
God.
carpets. That's how I
Holy
started, and
smokes.
then when I realized that I like music, I was like, man, let me get into like really guitars. I started learning guitar.
You taught yourself?
Yeah, I self-taught myself. I mean, watching tutorials and everything.
That's fire. To learn anything is hard. To
Yeah.
teach yourself something is, I believe, even harder. So kudos to you, especially an instrument.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I kept going and picking up records and like different sounds and like just picking up the records of like the artwork. How no, and damn. Oh, no.
No, you're good. You're good. Picking up the records, and just building on all those little things that you fell in love with. So yeah, that's fire. So I mean, what kind of music did you hear growing up?
I want to say
Shout
like,
your artists out.
pop music. I don't know. Like if I remember, like the first songs, it would be in Spanish, and it would be like norteñas, like los Tigres del Norte, los Temerarios, los Bookies.
Are these Mexican artists?
Yeah, these are Mexican artists,
Yeah.
and they're like more romantic. Cumbia, I don't know if you're even familiar with cumbia is. It's
Okay.
a little thing, and then I don't know.
I fucks with it.
Yeah.
No, that's beautiful, bro.
And now that type of cumbia, there's type of different cumbias. There's norteña cumbia, there's cumbia sonidera, there's Colombian cumbia. There's like this man, I think I'm forgetting other cumbias, but yeah, there's different types of cumbias.
What is cumbia?
Cumbia is a rhythm like bongos,
Okay.
drums, and like what do you call that? Guira?
The guida, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just that and drums.
Ah.
So and it's like on 95 BPM.
Oh,
So most of that.
okay,
So
okay.
if you're an artist, you know what that
Yeah,
means. Like,
yeah, you
what
got to
type
send
of
me
that-
some of this stuff. I like I said, music is music. So
Yeah.
like, even if I can't understand the words, I got a whole Spanish playlist with like Aventura, and all that shit in there. Fucking all Monchi and
Yeah.
all of it, bro.
You're talking about bachata there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
bachata.
I mean, it's my wife's Dominican,
Okay,
so
okay.
like I've been hearing that shit
Okay.
for almost 13 years. You know
I
what
was
I'm
like,
saying?
you know, dembow, con los pies, con los pies,
yeah,
con los pies.
yeah. And my brother-in-law, he got these big ass, obnoxiously loud speakers in
Oh,
his car
shit.
where you can hear him a block away and feel the vibration. Like, yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm into all that shit.
That's a whole
man.
different culture right there. Like
It
the
is.
music wise, like big stereo, big speakers, and like hooking up your car. And I think you're talking about the speakers that go on top of the car, right?
Nah, he don't got those,
those-
but like he used to have his speakers in his back seat
Okay,
because they
okay.
were too big to fit in the trunk, and he put his seatbelt on them shits. Like, it was that.
Security first.
Yeah, right. Riding with
Safety
child. It was one of those, but yeah, man. It's music has always been like a part of me as well. So I love hearing the
Yeah.
fact that like you have it's different music, but you have these influences, these cultural influences, and it ultimately led you to where you are now.
Yeah.
So where do you still? Well, I'm not gonna say that because I've seen it. Where you do these weddings, do you mainly do like Mexican weddings?
I do whatever. Like I now consider myself more of an open format DJ.
Okay.
Where like I've been to weddings where the wife is white and like the room is Mexican. And it's like I'm playing
Taylor Swift.
funk Taylor Swift, and I'm feeling like corridos and stuff. But
Yeah.
they dig it because it's amazing because they're getting to know each other's culture.
Yeah.
And when you play Caballo Dorado or like the line dances like Cha-Cha Slap,
Yeah.
like YMCA, we got Mexican type shit like that.
Really?
Yeah, we got like Caballo Rodeo or like the line dancing but in Spanish and and they see that. Like,
Oh,
shit.
bro, you got to send me some links. I didn't know. I'm not too familiar with Mexican culture. But you seem very deep rooted in it. You showed up with the boots, the hat. You know, did you migrate here?
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah. When I was 7 years old.
7.
Yeah, thanks for my parents. You know,
wow.
They wanted a better future for me, for us, with my brother. Now there's 4 of us. Now there's 4, but before it was 2.
What do you mean? Like
when
there was 2 there
here,
and 2 here?
No, like when we came here, it was me and my brother, Rodrigo. I was 7, he was 6, and we grew up. And I think I was in high school when my youngest brother was born. No, he was born here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then the other one is he's 15, so he was born here too.
Oh, your parents had a big gap in between having kids, man. That's
Definitely.
crazy.
Yeah, but it helped because we helped.
Yeah, because you guys are adults now at this point, right?
Yeah.
So,
At high school, I was waking up early, changing my little brother's diaper, giving him his bottle, and then dropping him out as babysitter.
oh, that sounds like me and my sister. Like, kids contribute. Like, at least back in the day, kids contributed. Like, in whatever was going on in the house. I don't know. The new generation's a little bit different. Like, I wouldn't trust my eldest son to change my youngest son's diaper. Like,
but sometimes it's because it's because you have to.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's like, oh shit, you have to learn that. Because my dad and my parents had to go and, go to work, pay the bills, collect the debt. And it was like the oldest one. And we were still in school.
Are you the eldest?
Yeah, the oldest.
Of all of them?
Yeah.
Wow. What's that like? I'm a middle child, so
a lot of responsibility. Yeah.
Do you feel like you had to grow up faster than maybe you were prepared to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was I guess when I realized that when my dad was like, yeah, I think this year there's not gonna be no Christmas presents, but it's that we're gonna buy something for your brother because he was still small. Yeah. And he was like, because you're older, you should learn. I was like, damn. I was like, all right.
Well, fuck you too then. Why I gotta be the sacrifice?
No, but I realized like what was going on and everything, and it's like they were in debt.
Yeah.
At that time, and it was like, all right, I get it. It's like.
Don't worry. I felt there's only 3 of us. There's not 4 of us. But I remember the one time my mom, she never told us we weren't going to have a Christmas. But I remember the one year she really didn't have it. And she wrapped up some things that we had in the house already. and just so we had something to open. And it was shit that we didn't really use. Mm-hmm. So maybe like she might have been able to pull one over on us. But like, oh, I noticed.
I have this one.
I've seen this shit on the bookshelf. What you mean? But it like now I understand as an adult man with my own children. Like I understand things are hard now. And you roll with the punches of life. Yeah. So yeah, you can't really complain about it. It definitely does mold us. I would say that. I think so as well. I know for my sister, like it was really because my sister is the eldest, and for her, she had to be like second mom. And I know that it was tough for her. And like there's parts of her today that I see like never really healed from that kind of thing. That's why I asked, like, how was it? Was it difficult and stuff like that?
I mean, it was difficult, but not now that I think about it, it's like we needed that. Yeah. We needed that to mold us or whatever, because now that any situation that happens to us, it's not as like, yeah, we can handle it, or it's not, it doesn't face us as
like we're prepared for all this shit already.
Yeah. Oh shit, we got the car broke down again. God.
Are you guys close? Did that make you guys closer?
Yeah.
You spent a lot of time together.
Yeah, we did. Like brothers or just family?
Yeah. Your brothers, like, you contributing and helping essentially raise them.
Yeah, I did, because I was the one punishing my brother. I never hit him.
No?
No. But I was raised like my dad used to hit me. And
I got my ass whooped too. Yeah, it's a different era.
Yeah, I know. And that's like every time I used to see my little brother do this shit, and I used to do like, you used to hit me when I used to do that.
I got my ass whooped for that. Yeah, they got off easy. It gets less and less strict the further we go along. Yeah. You don't need the headphones. The headphones are just so you can hear yourself.
Yeah, but I kind of like it.
You like the headphones?
I can control my voice. Or
what part of Mexico do you guys come from?
Mexico City. The city. They call it Ciudad de Mexico, MX.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's like the heart of
of Mexico, essentially. Do you ever go back?
No, I haven't been. Yeah.
Why not?
no complications.
I know to keep moving along. No, I understand.
But we getting them there. We getting in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out my wife.
Big shout out to the wives out there. You can't see her, but she's holding another camera behind the camera. That's love right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Shout out. Like I've been blogging. I've been doing my blogs on YouTube, and she's always helping me with like videos and stuff. Oh, what kind of angle do you have? And she'll give me an angle. Like, oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't easy either because I used to be like, oh, damn. Next time, can you just do this and like hold it more steady and just like slowly?
My wife would be like, "Oh, so now you're gonna complain?" Like she started busting my balls about it. You gonna complain now? You want different? Oh, now I gotta get on the floor.
Don't give her ideas because she's gonna be saying that later, bro. She hasn't said that to me.
That's funny. So is your daughter the only child you guys have?
Yeah.
How's the experience of fatherhood for you? Because I also have a 10-year-old, but he's a boy, so it's a little bit different.
I mean, it's different. It's I think it's the same thing. Like I said, I raised my brothers. My little brother, I changed his diaper. I used to like, how do you that?
I mean, shit. You just say you was getting up early just to help change diapers and feed them and stuff. So
it's like it's familiar stuff.
Okay.
But now that she's growing up, now it's different because she's a girl. I raised boys.
Yeah.
Like my brothers are boys and she's a girl, and it's different. It's like. It's different. you know what that.
I have a 7-year-old daughter, and like the amount of changes I've experienced from her being 4 or 5 years old to 7 is nuts. So, and then we're getting to a stage where like training brawls and stuff are starting to come. Like it's petrifying, I'll be honest.
Oh, wait till the mood swings and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh
she's
no. I
already...
get that stuff already, and it's like with the boys, I can yoke the boys though. Like, who you talking to? But with her, it's a little bit different. Where it's like, I don't even know how to handle this one. Like, So yeah, I want to talk about this hill that you picked to die on. So do you remember the hill that you picked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you remind me. I must have been like that when I wrote it in.
So the hill you picked to die on, would you like to tell the people?
Drunk people talk too much.
That is a fact. That is absolutely a fact. Drunk people talk too much. And I want to expound on that. And they're very emotional. My family, I got a couple recovering addicts in our family. And some people who don't really think they're addicts, but they are. They'll judge me here. It is what it is. It's your life. But they cry all the fucking time. I'm like, bro, we're here for a birthday party. What you crying for? Oh, everybody's just, you know what? It's one of the
bro. Then there's stages on like drunkenness. Do you drink?
Yeah, I don't drink as much as I used to.
Okay, well, I mean, I think there's like stages. The first stage is like, oh, you're relaxed. Now you're talking. If you didn't talk, now you're talking. Not yapping, but you're just asking questions like, hey, how you doing?
You're participating now.
Now, if you're like already kind of into drunk, now you're gonna start yapping. Now, once you get fucked up, that's when you like blah blah blah, and then it goes, oh my god, this is a very beautiful moment, and you start crying.
The stages of drunkenness.
Yeah, I mean, if you drink, you know what the hell I'm talking about.
Do you feel like you talk too much when you drink?
Yeah, well, my wife is.
It's a good thing you're a podcaster.
Bro, yeah, I mean, I do, but it's like sometimes I catch myself, or I'll be like, yeah, I think it's time to go. I think I'm capable of doing that. Like, yeah, I call it
a little bit of awareness.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm talking too much now.
You know the one thing though, most people aren't gonna tell you that you're talking too much.
Yeah, because they ain't enjoy that.
But the other thing is like, if I'm talking too much and you think I'm talking too much, say something. Mm-hmm. People will let you just go on, and nobody will say nothing.
I think I'm more conscious about that too. When I'm like already like that, I can see you. I'm like, I can see your face.
Yeah. The body language, like, I wish this dude to shut the fuck up so I can get a word in here. I've actually had to tell somebody that, like, yo, are you gonna let any of us talk? Like, and it felt so weird to say it because I'm typically one that I was like, I'll just give him a chance. I'll just, they're about to finish, but she just wouldn't shut the fuck up. So I was like, yo, there's like 4 of us and we're all in this little circle, and she just wouldn't stop talking. And I just had to say it. And I was like, I kind of felt bad, but at the same time, I feel like I rescued us.
Yeah.
Like I put,
it can be annoying.
Put the cape on. No, that's a good hill to die on, because I totally agree. You go anywhere and you get people talking for real, and they won't shut up.
Yeah.
Know? But I also think there's power in the fact that like somebody's willing to talk, because sometimes, I'm not sure if you experience this, but sometimes people don't want to speak because they don't want to be the person that nobody agrees with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the other side of it.
But then again, like, what kind of circle you're with if you don't want to talk?
Yeah.
Especially when you're drunk, or oh yeah, now he's talking. He's drunk.
Yeah. That's how I know he's drunk. I have a question. So, how drunk do you need to be before you start dancing?
Me? No, I can't. I know I can dance whenever.
Oh, you can get down?
You put some zapateo right now, get down.
Yeah.
Especially with these boots. Nah, I don't. That's one thing when I started drinking, I was like, yo, my dad doesn't drink. And he always was like, yeah, he was criticizing people that drink and everything. And how like they need alcohol to actually a girl out to dance, or just to dance, or just loosen up. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna do that. And then whenever I try beer, I'm gonna be the same.
Yeah.
And I am.
That's a really, really good way to like process what your father was saying. It's like, well, I could do it sober and I could do it drunk. So what you gonna say now?
I mean, now I'm doing this sober and a little same as sloppy.
Yeah, right. I can't dance.
No,
I'm not a very good dancer. All my life, my mom, my sister, they've always told me I had no rhythm, I can't dance.
Damn.
So any chance I would dance as a kid, they'd clown me. So I wouldn't dance. So I went pretty much my whole life not feeling comfortable doing it. So I am one of those people that like you get a little beer in me or something, or take a couple hits of a blunt, and then I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving. I don't care what you say to me. I'll look like a fucking robot for all I care. But yeah, ain't no shame in my game.
Yeah,
that just wasn't something that was. It's funny. Everybody in my family can dance, but me.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Do you think you when you have a drink, do you like feel like that's you, or?
Nah,
or you just
I'm just more okay with the fact that I look ridiculous.
Okay.
I think that's what like I just don't care anymore at this point. It's that same thing that makes people get behind the wheel and drive is that same thing I'm on the dance floor. It's like I just don't care anymore.
Yeah. That drinking and driving, yeah. I mean, yeah, I've done it a few times, but sometimes it gets scary when like, you wake up and like, oh shit, where did I park my car?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I never. Dude, where's my car? That's crazy.
I'm 37, but that was like,
That was young and reckless days.
Yeah.
Nah, I get it. There was one time I got fucked up. The good thing was I was only 5 minutes from my house, and I did not need to use any public streets. Like I didn't need to go through. I only had stop signs, no lights. But I started pounding water because I knew I wanted to get home. Pounding water. I was like, all right, I'm good to drive. I get in the car. I drive home. I take my time. I get out the car. I stumble out of the car. And I pass out on my couch. And then my wife's like, how'd you get home? I was like, I drove. She's like, you drove? I'm like, I don't even remember really driving. I just remember drinking water and falling asleep on the couch. That was it. I don't really know how I got home. But
damn, that's scary.
Yeah, I was like sober for the drive. That was it. Like
that's scary.
And after that though, that was my last time drinking and driving. I was like, I'm just gonna pay the $7-8 and I'll Uber wherever I gotta go. Like it ain't worth the money, it ain't worth my life, it ain't worth nobody else's. So don't be drinking and driving out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And high and driving. Y'all can't drive either.
Yeah. I once I started learning on being more responsible, I used to just leave the car and just walk, or somebody would just drop me at home.
Yeah,
drop. And in the morning I go pick up the car.
I don't know why that isn't people's response in many cases. It's just like, I'll just come back from my car.
Yeah.
Like if you're there 9 times out of 10, you live close enough to go to that place.
Yeah.
Like you can just go get your car in the morning.
Yeah.
It isn't worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Not at this point in my life. Like I got too much shit to lose. Yeah. At this point. So
no, and we're smarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're wiser.
Yeah. You grew up a little bit.
Definitely.
I do have a question for you. I got a good one. So you're in the shot, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So I need you to rate them from worst to best. All right, you ready?
Who?
Dos Equis,
Okay.
Corona.
Dos Equis Corona.
Hold on. I got the last one. Dos Equis, Corona, and Modelo. From worst to best.
Okay. I kind of like them all, but if from worst, I mean Dos Equis.
Worst.
And then I think I wanted Corona and then Modelo.
You got Modelo as the best.
Yeah.
I think Modelo's the best too. That's
Modelo
what
time.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I went to Dominican Republic to get married, and that was the only beer they served was Modelo. So I was like, yo, that shit. After drinking it for 5 days straight, I started to love that shit.
Bottle or can?
Bottle.
Bottle. Okay.
I can do cans
bottle?
though.
You can?
I can do cans.
Okay. Yeah. The bottles are the little gold thing, right?
Yeah. It got the little gold foil at the top.
You try it with tahini and lime and salt?
No. I do the lime, but no, not the tahini.
Okay. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, it's like the little. It's kind of like red and spicy a little bit.
Seasoning for your fruit. And stuff. Yeah. Have you tried that on beer?
It's fire.
Yeah, I like it.
I've only ever had it in like margaritas. Like
Okay.
I've done that with like margaritas.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah. I don't drink as much anymore. Like 4 years ago during the pandemic, which was like one of the toughest and best times of my life, because like for the first time I had got to like be a lazy sack of shit. But it was also one of the worst because it was like the first time I've ever experienced depression.
Oh, damn.
And I was drinking every day. This was like my daily thing. I'd wake up, I might brush my teeth. I'm cracking open a beer and I'm jumping right on Call of Duty. That's what it was for like a good month and a half, 2 months. And I forget how I even got to this point. God damn it. There was a great point to this story. But yeah, the pandemic was a really good time for me and also a bad time. But now I can't remember why I brought that up. This is the other side to being a podcast host that sometimes like is a little rough, because it's like you got things you want to say and then like you can't remember it like as you're getting to the meat and potatoes of the story.
Do you consider you used to be like a kid that kid that always asked questions? But why? I
would ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, me too.
I was very curious. I mean, a lot of this shit just don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Even today, it's like a lot of it still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I used to ask my dad, why do they fight? Why is there wars? Oh, because they don't like each other. But can they just talk to each other?
But why?
But why? I mean, yeah.
But why? And I wish people were more curious today. I don't think people today ask enough questions. Mm-hmm. I think people are okay with what they get from people or what they see. I think that's enough. It's sufficient for most people. But I think that's a lot of our problems. Pretty much anything. We just don't ask enough questions.
Yeah.
Like, we just had an election the other day, and everybody knows the two main people, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. But we also voted on like the Senate, Congress. Yeah, we voted on all these fucking other people, and nobody knows any of these other people on this ballot. Why?
I know. It's like, I don't know. It's just people don't inform themselves, or they just, I don't know. I feel like the topics are what, I don't know. There's certain topics that there was number one topics, and it's like there was definitely other topics to talk about, but they didn't point them out.
I don't get it. Life is to be lived, and there's a lot of things we don't understand about life, but that's the beauty in asking questions. Mm-hmm. And I really, really wish more people were curious.
Yeah.
Like
question everything.
Question everything.
Yeah.
Like there's this like a saying where it's like the man who knows he knows nothing knows everything, even though he don't know shit. But like that's why he knows everything, because even though he doesn't know it, he's gonna ask questions and he's gonna learn it. He's gonna figure it out. And yeah, I think that's a big issue like we have here. I do want to ask, since we are talking about a little bit of politics, Donald Trump has a real like disdain for Mexicans.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel as a Mexican man yourself? You know, you have your own children and your wife and stuff.
I mean,
does it bother you?
It doesn't bother me at all, because at the end of the day, I'm more of a, you know, just do it yourself, and you know, don't complain about other people or your government.
Yeah.
You know, there's loopholes. There's ways to succeed in this country. You know,
there's a lot of ways.
yeah, there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of help here, and I know friends that they come from a worse place where like there's no light, and they're where they live, and it's not even a city, and it's or a bathroom. It's like you ever like shed on those like little holes.
No,
And it's like a little like, and in Spanish, they're called vitrinas.
Okay,
Vitrinas. So it's like I'm pretty sure they have them in Dominican Republic, like up in like
they
the
probably
woods.
do. They probably do.
Well, they dig a hole in the ground and they'll like build a little shed on it, and then
you just shit in there.
Yeah.
You just shit in the hole.
Yeah, and
you
it's
can
like-
just cover it up where you.
but it's a deep hole.
Holy shit.
You be like boop, and then 5 seconds, boom,
Yeah.
you drop. I was like, oh, they cleaned that.
you out here timing it. Wow. No, I had somebody on the shout out to Michelle Zatoni. She runs the cultural festival. I'm not sure if you ever have seen it, but she runs the cultural festival, and she was talking about she did a trip out over to Africa, and her whole thing is about just trying to integrate cultures around the world. So like Africans don't have the same lifestyle we have here, you know, and she was saying the same thing. Some of them don't have electricity, some of them don't have plumbing, running water and things of this nature. So she was getting into all this, and essentially she was just like, even the poorest Americans don't know how good they have it.
Yeah.
Like she was talking about their jails, their juvenile detentions, because she works with like at-risk youth. And they went into a juvenile detention center, and she was like, the prisons. And she was like, be thankful you're in an American jail and not an African one. And I'm like, why not? She's like, they don't have beds. They have like a little thin cot, and they lay it on the floor. She's like, they don't have running water. They have like a hole that they basically shit in. She's like, it's always 103 degrees out there. They have no electricity, no
flying over.
Yeah,
Man.
no ventilation. She's like, yeah, prison here fucking sucks, but you got a bed, you get 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
You got a hot motherfucking shower, you got electricity, you can get a TV.
Hey, you're watching the game. What the hell?
You got a
That
tablet.
sounds like a vacation.
Yeah,
What
for
the
real. Like, you're homeless for what? Like, kind of one of those things. Like, and for me, it just like, I don't know shit about African prisons, but it put in perspective. Like, you know, you walked in and my brother who's in jail is calling me, and I talk to him every so often, and he's like, yo, I fucking hate this shit. And I'm thinking to him, like, the next time I get on the phone, like, bro, you should be glad you're in an American jail.
I think that's one thing I've been trying to like work with it, where like, yeah, sometimes I get mad, like, damn, you know, life just in general. But then it's like, people have it worse.
Yeah.
People have it worse.
Yeah.
You know, my dad had it worse, you know, and he would have loved to go to school, finish school, but his grandfather didn't let him because he was working.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he was working since he was like 15.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
My wife's mother, she had to get right into the workforce as early as possible. So she finished, like, her education ended at 6th grade.
Damn.
You know? And she's a very hardworking woman, but it's like, damn. Like, we're talking about 11, 12 years old. That was it. That's all she got. And, you know, luckily she knows how to read and write, but think about that's what most of the world is dealing with. Like Americans don't really have those problems. And it's something that we kind of have to have gratitude for, about the fact that, like, we live in a country that even if you have it hard here, it's better than 90% of the rest of the world.
Yeah.
It's like, we really should be grateful for the shit that we have. Wow.
Man, yeah, I mean, that's one thing I'm trying to work on.
It's gratitude.
Always kind of be grateful with what I have.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard because you get caught up on the little things. And yeah.
I don't know. Life is tricky. I've only been doing it for 29 years, but the more I live, the more I realize, like, I don't think there's no way to truly understand it all. It's crazy to sound. It don't really matter how long you live here either. Like,
You be getting headaches? I be getting headaches.
I get fucking headaches all day. I wake up and like behind my left eye, I'm just like, God damn.
Yeah, they're like, I need to get stupid. Let me smoke something.
Yeah. Oh, this is where the story why I brought up the COVID story. So I was gonna mention why I stopped drinking.
Okay.
And it was because of those 2 months that I spent every day just binge drinking and playing Call of Duty. And around the same time is when I started like using weed.
Okay.
And I realized like I love the fact that like I could get high and I can act stupid and enjoy myself and get loose and cut loose. And then like I wake up and I don't have a hangover.
Yeah.
Like that's why that was a story. But
I started smoking because I couldn't sleep. That helped
definitely
me to
knock
sleep.
your ass out.
Yeah, that it was. I couldn't sleep, and my friend, he's just he's a DD. he hooked me up, and he's like, yeah, just do this. I didn't even know how to roll. He got a little pipe and everything.
Oh, that's what I smoke. I smoke out of a bowl.
Yeah, a little ball.
We don't need nothing else.
Yeah, and then after that, I mean, I used to drink, but it's like now it was more of like I have a 6-pack and like blunt, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like I have responsibilities, and I don't need to be that stupid no more.
Big facts. I'm the same way. I used to get a 24-pack, and it might last me a week and a half. Now I get a 6-pack. That shit's in there for almost a month.
Yeah,
And it just like football game's on, and I'll have one to watch the game with or something like that. Like drinking just hurts. Like I don't know how people just notorious drinkers. Like I don't get it. It's like fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
who's
man.
your team?
I'm an Eagles fan.
For real?
Yeah. You watch football?
Eagles, hell yeah.
Yeah, go Birds.
I don't watch it as much as I used to. I used to be so passionate about it. Where like, if you would talk to me, if the Eagles lost, man, don't talk to me. Shut the hell up.
It was that Super Bowl. It was that Super Bowl. He was like, I don't need to watch it. They accomplished it finally.
No, it's not that. It's just the fact that I was focusing all my energy on stuff that
didn't really matter.
Yeah, it didn't really matter.
These motherfuckers don't know us.
I mean, yeah, I love to watch football, soccer, or any type of sport, but it's not. If I catch it, if I have time, yes, I'll sit down. Yeah, I think yesterday I watched some soccer. The Champions League is going on.
Oh,
I did watch some Barcelona. I like Barcelona.
I like to every once in a while. I like to make some bets like on FanDuel and shit.
Okay.
And I just like I won like in my early days when I first started. I was winning. And I was like, oh, maybe I could do this in a bunch of different sports. So I started betting on soccer games. I don't know shit about soccer. I had to look up what a red card was and what a yellow.
Shit.
Yeah. But I was betting on these games. And then like it ultimately drove me to start watching the sport.
Okay.
Which is fucking fire.
Yeah.
I want to go to a live soccer game. I've never been to one.
Yeah. What kind of soccer? I mean,
I'm cool with any soccer, but like I know we have the Philadelphia Union just right out here.
Yeah.
Like even one of those games, like I'd love to go check it out.
The World Cup is going to be, I think, in 2026
in Atlanta, right?
No, here in the United States, all over the United States.
Oh,
so we might have some games over at the MetLife.
Oh, that's fire.
And some games in Mexico and Canada.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I think 2026, I think that's the next World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's gonna be all over. It's North America.
Okay,
North America. Yeah.
Are you planning to go to a game?
I want to, but then again, that's not my priority right now. My priority.
I mean, we're talking 2 years. 2 years from now.
Yeah, but I mean, anything can change. Like
shit. How many times are you gonna get to see a World Cup in your home at home?
Yeah. But I think that's not my priority right now.
Yeah, I get it. All right, so I do have a question, and I don't mean to be all in your business. So I'll preface it with me. What do you like to spend your money most on? Like, for me, it's food, and then I would say experiences.
I think music, because I'm a DJ, and it's like there's albums that I still haven't listened to, and I would love to listen to. Sometimes I sit down and listen to them. And be like, oh shit, I handpick which song. Like, oh, this song can go on this album. This song can go on this playlist. And then I start building my playlist.
So that's where where you get all these sounds. Because I was watching you work earlier on the turntables, and I think you were listening. I think you were playing some of the Friends Collective kids, and but like you're like blending it over different beats and shit.
Yeah, blending it. Instrumentals or just leaving the vocals and being creative, being being a dope DJ.
Yeah, just fucking around. I'm really fond of like DJs like who can spin. One thing I can't stand a lot of DJs for is like they don't blend the songs in and out well. Like
Okay.
that's a skill.
Yeah.
So how did you? I want to ask you this. Like, how did you develop your skills with the blending? Because you actually were doing a really good job. I was
Thank
actually
you, thank
impressed,
you.
man. For real. I'd
Thank
love to
you.
see you work like on a day where it's like an actual function.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you ever have, I mean, you say you got the culture thing. If you want to DJ there, hit me up. You know, we talk about it, and we definitely.
Michelle, let's make it happen.
Hey,
And it is something because, like I said, it's a multicultural festival. So this year they brought out over 60 different cultures.
Okay.
They put on a fashion show. There was a DJ out there this year. They did live musical performances. Brought the podcast out, a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll
There
connect
was
you with
one
her.
too on Braden, culture. This one, diversity. Yeah, celebrating diversity.
Okay.
Mercs. That was that fest in there. That's where I got that.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's like it was a bunch of different culture. There was like from Egyptians, Indian, Dominicans, some Native Americans too.
I love when they put things like that together.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's where like America's one big melting pot, but like when we get to hear each other's music,
Yeah.
see each other's clothing, you know, eat each other's food, like those things I think are like the cornerstone of like truly building relationship with amongst different groups of people. The music, the food, and the presentation. You know what I mean?
You like Mexican food?
Hell yeah.
What's your favorite Mexican food?
I'm simple. Just give me some tacos.
Yeah, what kind of tacos? Are?
I prefer the steak tacos, so
Yeah.
beef steak.
You got
Yeah.
cilantro and
Oh yeah.
and
For-
onions.
Yeah. For years, I only liked the way Americans made it, and then I don't remember who they are, but I bought some Mexican tacos.
Yeah.
I was hungry as shit out of a food truck. Oh my God, I fell in love. I was like, fuck these Americans. You can keep that fucking cheese and stuff.
That tomatoes and lettuce.
Give me the salsa verde. Like,
Yeah, that's
give
what
me
you're
that-
supposed to
Yeah.
have it.
Throw that shit packed. And you know what else I learned too? I remember the one day I was eating some tacos with my brother-in-law, and I'm like, yo, I can't stand these fucking wraps, man. I'm like, they're so small and they always put too much meat. He's like, why you think they put two? I was like, I don't know. He was like, leave that one right there. He was like, and eat over it. He was like, so whatever falls out, you can make another taco. I was like, oh, you changed my fucking life. So it was one. Is that true? Like, is that why there's two tortillas?
Because they cook them in oil, and then when you cook them in oil, they kind of it seems to dissolve,
Like crumble.
Yeah,
a
so
little
if you have two of them, it's easier for you.
hold it together.
But I mean, that is one skill or one way to eat it. Well, like you can eat the one, and then like the fallen meat, you can make another taco.
Yeah, and it's convenient. Like you get way more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining at all.
What's your record? How many tacos can you eat?
I've never done that.
Yeah, I think I can do 8.
Damn.
I think I can do 8.
8 tacos.
Yeah, but it's because
They're not big. They're like the little discs.
Yeah.
8 tacos. I probably would fall somewhere around 6.
Yeah.
Somewhere 6 to 8. I would say so as well.
Now, water, or do you have to have like a Coke or Pepsi?
Nah. My grandmother, right? So my mom was arrested when I was 10 years old. And she did a year in jail. So we had to move in with my grandmother, and my grandmother was fucking old school. She didn't fuck around. She ruled with an iron fist, and she was a big woman. She was a scary woman. She was like fucking damn near 6 foot, and she's like 240, 50 pounds. Like this woman know how to throw her weight around. Yeah, she'll fuck you up. So my grandmother had this rule: you don't eat. I mean, when you eat at the table, you don't drink until you finish your food. Because if you drink, then you're not gonna have room for your food. And you know how kids are; they always want to drink all the juice first and stuff. So my grandmother wouldn't let us drink anything at the table. So I just got conditioned my entire life not to eating and drinking at the same time. Now as an adult, like I do it sometimes, but I'll take like a little small ass sip, like if I'm eating something a little bit more dry. But she fucking scarred me, man. I love you, Grandma RP.
I kind of like doing that when I go to like to the Chinese buffet.
What?
I like to do just drink water, because I know if I drink soda, that's gonna fill me up, and I can't get
All that carbonation.
Yeah,
you can't
and
get your money's
Yeah,
worth.
that's what I'm saying.
Everybody wants their money's worth. Everything's expensive out here.
Yeah,
Oh man. What's your favorite kind of food to eat?
like in general or Mexican.
Mexican food.
Mexican food, pozole. Pozole.
Pozole.
Yeah, it's like
never had
a
it.
broth with corn, and if the choice of pork or chicken. It either is green or red, and you prep it with Damn, I forget.
You do it over rice?
Cabbage. Cabbage or lettuce. I like cabbage though.
Say it again.
It's like a
No, the name.
Cabbage. Pozole.
Pozole. Where can you get some good pozole in this area?
Right here in Reddit, man. I don't know. The other day we were around here, right? And no, it was Lancaster. Yeah.
That's a little bit further out the way. That's for the Amish at.
No, because we were just. I think if you put any Mexican stuff, I don't know, just like
pozole.
Yeah.
I got a place in Hamilton in Allentown, where it's like Grandpa's Tacos, and it's a older Mexican dude. It's funny. He kind of looks like you. You probably look like him because he's older. He's probably like in his 50s or 60s. But he makes some good Mexican food. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to see if he got some.
If you do, I think I should just go like weekends and ask him. Because that's pozole is more of like a hangover remedy. Because it's a broth.
My man used to drink for real.
So it's that. But either that or menudo. Menudo.
I heard of menudo.
Yeah, menudo is like the cow's fat. And it's like a brawl.
Okay.
So,
does it look gross? Like if something looks not appeasing, I can't eat it.
It's like a beehive type thing.
Okay.
And it's like a skin type of meat. It's not meat.
Okay. I mean the pig skin.
It's pig skin.
Yeah.
No, it's
like chicharron.
Cow.
Oh, cow.
Cow stomach. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't sound very appealing.
But I mean, it's very good. When you have a hangover, you get that and like 2 beers and you right back.
And you level out.
Yeah.
I don't know. You used to do that.
Yeah.
Like you wake up and you like my sister used to say that. Oh, just have another beer. Like I don't even want to smell alcohol. What you mean have another beer?
I mean, it depends. If I had to go to work, yeah, I'll kind of like try to fix myself or get right. But most of the times it was like just to get the headache away.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine. No lie, like if I'm ever drunk and I got a hangover, like at least 72 hours, I won't have anything of alcohol. Like,
but if you have like a really like headache and it's like spinning still, I suggest.
I'm calling out of work. Fuck that job. Forget that. I'm not going to work with a hangover. Nobody's gonna like me. No one's gonna like me. I promise you. I'm gonna tell everybody I do not want to be here today. For real. So we're coming up on the time. We're actually 2 minutes over the time, but I do want to ask you this because I do think that is vital. Music has played a very big role in your life all your life. You're a DJ. What would you be doing if you weren't a DJ? If you didn't find that love for music, what do you think you'd be doing?
I'm probably still working at the bodega. Yeah, I mean, shout out my people from the bodega. That's where I started, and that's where, I kind of met the people that guided me to become a DJ, and they really helped me a lot with leaving me go early for my gigs. And giving me days off or coming in late.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
it really does take a village. That's what it sounds like. You had a village behind you.
Yeah, and I know I shout him out. Karen's Food Market.
Shout out
on the 210th Street.
I went to Reading a couple months ago to go see Kill Tony. I'm not sure if you know what Kill Tony. The comedians.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean this by no disrespect, but Reading is a shithole,
bro.
Oh my gosh. It doesn't look like they put any money back into your communities.
Bro, it doesn't seem like if you don't notice, if you don't get out. But like I've been DJing places in different other, Maryland, Baltimore,
Dope.
Jersey, Lancaster, Allentown. And every time we go into the city, like, man, this thing looks different. It doesn't look like Redding. Yeah. It kind of looks like it, but it's more polished.
Yeah. And that's what it looks like. Like, it looks like you guys just need a facelift. Like, they, like, there's potential, but they're not really, they're just not ambitious about making these things better for the community and for the people that live there. I was walking through there, I'm like, honestly, it kind of reminded me of DC. There's like homeless people everywhere. And like people sitting on porches and it was late. Like it was like nighttime. I'm like, why is everybody still outside? Like nobody got work in the morning.
Damn.
So it was one of those things. But nah, I'm shit talking. Allentown got his parts. Allentown definitely has his parts where it's a lot like Reading in that aspect. But I've never, like, I go to Shillington.
Okay.
Because my aunt lives in Shillington, so I
Yeah.
drive right past Reading, and I'm just like 10 and Shillington looks
That's a nice
totally
one. That's a nice
and
part.
it's and it's but it's damn near Reading. It's 10 minutes from it, and it's just like wow.
Well,
Like
don't even go that far. It's West Reading. You been to West Reading?
if I have, I didn't know I was in West Reading.
Yeah, it's just across the bridge from Penn Street.
Oh, okay.
So you can tell the difference. If you go down there, just go to West Reading, you can definitely tell the difference.
Yeah, and it's messed up because like we talked about politics a little bit earlier. It's like they have to care about the people that they govern, and that's what it ultimately that's what it looks like. It looks like they're just not as caring for the people that they govern.
Yeah.
Because there's money everywhere.
Yeah.
You could find money to hire more police. You could find money to repave some of these streets and get some working lights on these blocks and stuff like that.
I mean, then they didn't have Donald Trump there twice.
Yeah,
month?
yeah. It was what was it? Fucking Saturday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and Kamala Harris too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she was down there in Reading eating at some restaurant. I don't know which one is it.
It's the only time they care. That's the only time they visit places like ours. Like I can't tell you the last time a presidential candidate came to Allentown. That was probably the first time ever, if I'm not mistaken.
And I told my wife, like, why are they coming here twice? And it was like because they won that Latino vote. Mm-hmm. And Latino right now, like maybe 4 years ago, it wasn't as much. I feel like now it's just more powerful.
In
We're
Allentown,
growing more.
In Allentown alone, there's 67% of the population in Allentown.
Damn.
They're the fucking majority,
Yeah.
bro. And I'm saying there, like I'm not Puerto Rican. Like we're the fucking majority, bro. Our teachers don't reflect that. Our lawmakers don't reflect that. Like police officers don't really reflect that. It's like, it's a work in progress for sure.
I got a podcast coming out with my friend. Well, now we went to school together, but now he's a school director from the Reading School District.
That's dope.
Yeah, and then he's getting into politics too, and he explained the little things like, yeah, I can see how a lot of people or public school it can be an issue, especially in Reading, because all these meetings are so hidden or so like the agendas of like where you want to go speak.
That's exactly what it is. They do them late. They don't tell people. And
and my wife, like, she went in the website and she literally figured out, oh shit, like they got a meeting tomorrow at 8, at 7. Just go in, sign up early, and that's it. And have make sure you have your questions ready. I was like, damn, like, how come we don't go and do something about it?
So I don't mean to put you on the spot. Are you guys gonna participate?
On that?
Yeah.
I mean, we want to. We kind of took our daughter from public school because of that. Is that we seen I seen the education and it was in this the same that we had it, and I don't know, it felt like the agenda was different and it's weird.
I would say that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. It is different.
Mm-hmm.
I also think like the people that are doing the teaching and the influence in the classroom, it's just a paycheck for many of them.
Yeah.
It seems like, and at the end of the day, like we're early childhood educators. Like you got to be passionate about this shit.
Yeah.
Because this is the next generation. These are the next generation of leaders, of teachers, of musicians, of all of them, artists, all of it. And you can't take that responsibility lightly. So
And
I respect that.
Yeah, and even like not the future, but like if you got good morals and good education, a good uprising, you want to give that to your child.
Yeah.
Where, like, you were raised right.
Yeah.
And you're gonna do good with your child or your whoever, any youth.
That's a
especially
fact.
now here that you have yeah.
You have to, and you have to love it. You have to love it. You have to care about it, and you have to want to leave it better than what you walked into it as.
Yeah.
So I like that. So what, you guys homeschool now?
No, she goes to Catholic school.
Oh,
Yeah, private school Catholic.
that's
and,
nice.
So I mean, I would love to be homeschool, but I don't know.
He said, "Fuck that shit."
I mean, I don't know. Like, what's the process on that? Like, do I need to learn or?
I have no clue, but I'm a lot like you, where it's like I'm not thrilled about the public school system, like here in Allentown, but I'm not tripping just yet because none of my kids are like in middle school or high school.
Yeah.
So I think once they get to that level, I'm gonna we're gonna do something about that going forward. But now it's still like very foundational things that they're learning, basic math, basic reading. Like I'm not tripping off that. Anything they can't do, we can do in house. But I know that when it gets older, they definitely are gonna need more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right. Shout out to you guys for making positive moves on your child's behalf.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to do positive for everybody. And I feel like me dropping this podcast, this interview, my friend, he talks about how like Latinos needs to stay together and be authentic to your roots and everything. I feel like I'm helping like that. Even if I probably could help more, but I don't know anything. I'm ignorant on that right now.
Hey, but you're taking what you got and you're making the best of it. So that's all anybody can ask. Yeah. At the end of the day, like when people like positivity is infectious. When people see you doing dope shit, they want to be a part of it. Yeah. So you might not have all the answers, but you got some of them, and you definitely doing the right thing. So
yeah, we're out here, bro.
Networking. Shout out to you. Yeah. So we're at the time. Do you got any last words for the people? And please let them know where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me on Instagram, DJ_Latino_mix_, or you can tap in to my podcast at Latino_podcast.
All right.
Or YouTube.
You got any final words for the people?
Just be yourself and fuck it all.
Yeah, be yourself and fuck it. Yo, thank you for your time. I appreciate you bringing your beautiful family down here, coming to chop it up with me.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you.
I want to come on yours. I want to flip flop, so
Definitely,
we could work that out.
We can set up anywhere, like a little. I don't know if you want to get a drink.
Yeah. But let's have a beer. Yeah, we get some Modelos.
Yeah, definitely. If you want me to come here, I'll come. Or
I want to come up to you.
Okay.
Come up to you. Hopefully you got the Friends Collective in the building or something like that.
Okay.
I'd love to meet those guys. They seem really talented. So yeah, let's make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
Definitely. Friends Collective up next.
Yes. All the links, just in case you guys didn't get it, they will be in the descriptions below. Make sure y'all follow the podcast, Dope Individuals Podcast. Follow me on YouTube, Dope Individuals Only Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go follow him on Instagram. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Dope Individuals Pod. Yeah, man, stay tuned for more dope shit, more dope individuals. I want y'all to shoot for the moon. If you miss, you still amongst the stars. Peace.
Nice.
Yeah. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes.